Hello and welcome to the Flory Models Friday Roundup Show. Here we are with you on the 28th of October 2022. Another month gone, more builds done and out the way. And obviously we're into mug season at the moment and we're getting near Telford time, and obviously with Christmas and everything really ramps up with the hobby. So hopefully you're getting stuck back into it. Now the clocks are going to change at the weekend here in the UK as well. It's going to be proper dark. Be dark at sort of 5:30. Yeah, modelling season is among us. So get back, get modelling and sort of hunker down for the winter. And let's face it, it's going to be cold. We're all going to be powered, skint and all the rest of it. So get on with your modelling. Anyway, this week, no show on Monday, to be honest, because I was in hospital and a little bit of work done, but we was back at it on Tuesday. So Tuesday, basically I had a little show up as well. It's, to be honest, a bit of a catch-up one, because I was still catching up with everything that was going through. We were discussing the next video build to do, and we ended up deciding to do the Kai Phantom, which, to be honest, I'm glad, because out of all three, that's the one I'd love to do. So it really is nice. But fear not, everybody. I know this is the last three for this year's, and I'm running a little bit behind with one thing and another. So I will still be doing the Razor Quest. I'm still going to do that 32nd scale F15, and we will do the Abrams. So I am still going to do them. So I know a lot of people were disappointed, but we basically put a poll up. You guys voted on which build to do next, and obviously the Phantom came out on top. But don't fear not, we will be doing the next one. So what I'll do is I'll pop a poll up with the other three, and then we'll work our way through. And then obviously beginning of next year, we'll be on with that one as well. We're also discussing as well, obviously finish off the Sky Raider. The final part of that one was up with you last week, but it was a 1 hour special. So we were going all through the bits and pieces with that one. Also, as you can see down there at the bottom, we have got, and I have it here, excuse me, the Flory mug. So we've got the Flory mug down in here. This is the 2023 limited edition one, which looks just like this. So it's double-sided. This is limited edition to 350. So that's all we've had done of those ones. So once those are all gone, that will literally be it. For the moment, obviously, it's just out for members only. If we do have any left over at the end of it, by all means, they will go out for the general public as well. Members, you've seen all about it. It's all over the forum. You can't miss it. You can pop in there. It is in the members exclusives area at the moment. So if you want to pop in there, you can obviously grab yourself this year's mug, which is very nice in the blue. To be honest, I wasn't sure about the blue. But no, I must admit, it's one of those colours which has grown on me, but it goes along with all our other theme. You might remember last year we had this one, which is the yellow. The year before we had the red for the wash, and the year before that we had the black. So very nice. But anyway, they are done, all ready to go. They're completely dishwasher safe and all the rest of it as well. So hopefully, as a lot of you have done, have put your orders in. Speaking of which, we obviously have got hundreds of orders for mugs at the moment. Tam's my other half is working very hard, even as we speak, packaging them, getting them out, and then obviously you have to transfer them over to the post office and get them out to you. So please give us a little bit of time to work through it. What I will do is work through it all weekend to get rid of the backlog and go through normal orders. We're trying to sort of pick those out and make sure they're priority and going out. But obviously the mugs, we're getting them out just as fast as we can. All right. Please remember to put down your full postcode on there, though, because we have had a couple of them come back and I'm about to email people saying, we haven't got your postcode, because we need your postcode just to make sure they get to you very, very quickly. As you might know, here in the UK, we've got a few strikes going on at the moment. So consequently, the post office is basically on strike for the entire of November. They're doing a 2-day week. So anyway, in one form or another. So I'm a little bit worried about the mugs not getting in time for you for Christmas and things like that. So that's why we've decided to launch the mugs basically a month early. Normally we do it at the end of November, but because of obviously ongoing strikes, I don't want you to miss out, especially as I know a lot of you give them away as presents and things like that as well. So that's the thing with those. Apologies for that. So anyway, they are going to be winging their way out to you if you've got the orders in. If not, remember, members, you can find all about it in the forum. You can put them down there. But I know I always get asked about, is there any available? If there's any left over after it's done, then obviously they will go out onto the actual main sales area for the actual in the washes and the pigments and the rest of the sanders area. Just like that. So anyway, that was up there then. On Wednesday, we had the PM show. With me, Matt and Andy, you see, a usual thing. So all the comings and goings over at PM World. Again, we had a huge restock on a few different bits and pieces. We have some very nice kits in this week as well. We've managed to get the AFE F5 Tiger in as well. It's the F2-seater. And obviously the IBG new ones as well. So we've got the I think it's a prototype F190 D9. That one's down there, and obviously their gorgeous little IBG 72nd MiG-29 as well, and a couple of old classics as well, as you can see over here. So we've got the Beaver in, so nice Beavers. Everyone likes a nice Beaver, and I like mine on floats, just saying. So anyway, we've got that one in. We've got the Arm Hobbies one as well. So that's very nice as well for the P51B and a few of the other bits and pieces. And talking about all new kit releases and what's coming out and various things as well. That one is a free to watch. Anybody can see that one if you want to go off and see that one. Then obviously we had the live show last night. With me and the boys sat on last night covering or answering all your questions. And also, is air fryers as good as everyone makes them out to be? I think we all agreed that yes, they're brilliant and mega. Apparently trying to get hold of one's a nightmare though at the moment. So we were talking about that, and we were discussing panel lines and the tornado kits. Various bits and pieces from that one, plus the fact all your usual questions, the usual gossip, chip chat, and everything else. Remember, this is open to the membership. You can get in touch with us via the live chat room as we're on air live, or you can pre-post questions up to us, and we can do a bit of homework and try and get the answers to you and things like that. But if you want to see that one, it's about an hour and 3/4, I think we were on last night, so you can go back and you can watch that one. And then obviously we've got the reviews up this week. So we've got the Cobra, which I have to say is absolutely gorgeous. It's a very, very nice kit, and especially this is the high-tech boxing of it. And as you can see, it does come with lots of 3D printed parts. We've got lots of resin, we've got colour photo etch, normal photo etch, and we've got a dual-sided mask set as well. So that's very nice indeed, right the way through. And as you can see, we've got other versions clearly coming out of this kit, as you can tell from the breakdown of the kit and some of the other parts that aren't used in it. But generally, the level of detail is absolutely beautiful. I have to say, having built the larger 32nd scale ICM one recently, this one is a little bit better detail. I have to say, I find the surface detail a little bit nicer. So very, very nice. And again, when you put the resin in, oh, it just absolutely makes it. Some really nice doves down there. Let's say die cut mask set as well. So that's very, very nice. But just generally the surface texture, we've got a little bit of riveting detail. We've got some very nice raised rivets down the back. We've got recessed panel lining and all the various things in with this kit. And it's just a really nice sharp kit right the way through. So well done, Special Hobby, on that. That's an absolute gem of a kit. And this is obviously the one that is in the dual boxing with the ICM Bronco that they did. Obviously, it isn't the high-tech version in that boxing, it's just the normal standard one, but it'll give you a good idea as also if you're thinking about getting those kits, because obviously we've done a review on the Bronco and now we've done the Cobra, and it obviously comes in the same box. Clear parts are absolutely gorgeous, crystal clear, very little distortion, very nicely done. So that one is up with you right now. You can go off and see that in our review section, as with all the other ones. The other one as well, which is a little gem of a kit, is the KP Models 172nd Scottish Aviation Bulldog. This is the T1 variant. And again, it's a beautiful little kit. Very simple. There's not a lot to it. Sorry, I think we skipped on there. Let's go back a couple. Oh, hold on. I'm in the wrong area. Hold on. There it is. Sorry, we're going the wrong way. So basically, it's one sprue wonder. Clear parts actually aren't too bad either. Very nice, but it's got some nice little recessed details, some raised details onto it and things like that. And again, some nice colourful markings down in there if you wanted to do any of those ones. And again, some very nice little touches. So we've got decals again for the instrument panel. We've got decals as well for some little harnesses in there, which is quite nice. A very underrated aircraft, I would say, seeing as it was sort of a primary flight trainer for the RAF, or, you know, Navy as well, I think. So, yeah, very, very nice indeed. And again, some nice details. And it's actually at quite a nice price as well. If you want a nice little 72nd Bulldog, that's definitely the kit for you. So you can go off and see both of those reviews, as said before, in our review section. So again, lots of them all down in here, or you can search for them by the manufacturer and various things of all the reviews we've done, of which there's something coming up near 1,000 reviews now that's out there, as you can see. So yes, plenty of those going on. As for me, the clear winner this week's poll was obviously, as we said before, the Kai Phantom. And again, I will put the links up when we do this one. The next part of this, well, the first part will be up with you on Monday when I get the cockpit completed. But as you can probably see already, it's a little gem. Very, very nice. You know, we're talking AAA manufacturing here. It goes together very well to the point where a lot of it is click fit, which is great. I've elected to sort of do all the painting and weathering and everything myself, although you have got decals for it down in here. But the surface detail on these side consoles and things like that is absolutely gorgeous. I've done one of the seats. He's done already, so that's set, ready to go. My only disappointment, I'll be honest with you, is that there is no harnesses, and let's face it, that seat looks horrible without any harnesses. So what we're going to do, we're going to scratch build some. I'll talk you through that as well in a video build about popping some harnesses down in there and going right the way through it. But generally, the detail is absolutely gorgeous on this kit. going together very, very well. And as we said, this thing, to be honest, it's nothing to do with building the kit. You're all martyrs, because what you're wanting me to do is put each one of these individual decals onto this, and they are individuals. This isn't one of those where it's a patch of them and then you slide like 5 on one carrier filter into a place. Oh no, they're individual. So what this means is you end up with this type of thing for all the stencil data and markings to go on. So, like I said before, and obviously you'll get a recap of this in part 1, this build's going to be pretty straightforward. It's a AAA title as far as I'm concerned. I can't see any fit issues or problems going to be going together. It's going to be straightforward run through. That's great. And then the painting as well. Although it looks gorgeous and nice, it's quite straightforward. So this one is light and dark ghost greys, usual sort of combat colours for the Japanese Defence Force. And then the black obviously will be on the front and then down the on the top of the wings and that. But you even get decals for this cut out on the top area. It's actually a decal. So it should be absolutely great. So it'll be just a case of making sure we got the black in the right areas. But I'm very hopeful, and it looks solid to me, that we're not going to get any bleed through with the actual yellow, because again, I thought it would be nice if we could do it as a standalone to actually just mask it and do it. But to be honest, the decals look absolutely fantastic. So I'm pretty sure we're going to be okay. Famous last words. But yes, so anyway, we've got this one. We're going to be working through this, and this one's going to be really about producing a showbird, if you like. So it's going to be pretty much standard, sort of just a mottling of weathering, just to give it a little bit of texture, shall we say. Panel lines, various things like that, yes. And then decaling, going to be all about that, and then sealing it down. But most of this one, we're going to talk about decaling. You know, as you know, most of my builds, I like to cover a subject. So it may be something about tricky construction or aftermarket in a particular build. Other ones, it may be something about the actual painting. Others may be all about the weathering. So for instance, when we just finished the Sky Raider, a lot of that was about the painting, freehanding camo, fading it back, changing the colours to make it look, you know, pretty much realistic to what we wanted. And then obviously went through detail about the weathering. This one, though, is going to be all about decaling, because the build and the paint scheme is going to be quite straightforward. But we're going to talk about how you can actually get the best effect with your decals to make sure they go down perfectly, to make sure they conform to all the recessed panel lines, to all the riveting, and obviously they conform over any raised details that are on there and things like that. So this one's going to be hopefully a little bit of a full walkthrough about the decaling. But it's, as people were pointing out, am I going to do it as like non-edited? No, because I said before, it's probably going to take 4 days to actually get the decaling done on this. That's what I've sort of allocated for the time for doing it. So hopefully it won't take me that long, but if it does, it does. But decaling is one of those things where I think people get to that point of the build and they see it as the finish line. You shouldn't. You should see decals as being just as much part of it as your paintwork, you know, because they've got to go in and they've got to go in well, and you want them to be invisible. So there's no carrier film, so they become part of the painted surface. So that's what we're going to be talking about on this particular build. I'm looking forward to it, as you can probably tell. It looks absolutely stunning, and the other boxing they do in the blue is amazing. There's also a certain chap, obviously from Japan, who does some amazing videos, so some very nice soothing music. So it's none of this sort of hard rock or things like that. It's a nice soothing, and just watching these aircraft doing circuits around the airfield just before they sadly retired last year and the year before. So yes, very nice indeed. So anyway, that's my plan for this week. We're going to be pushing on very heavily with those. Also to remember, we've got a couple of things going on with the PM store. We've got 15% off all Bandai kits. So you got 15% of all Bandai kits down up here. So we say some great ones that we've got back in stock at the moment. So obviously we've got the Millennium Falcon, which I've done a full video build of that. We've all got the Y-Wing. I've got a video build on that. We've got the ATAT. We've got a video build on that. As you might know, I've got quite a few. And obviously the ATST, the TIE Fighter. I've done all of these before, to be honest, including the giant Millennium Falcon perfect grade as well. There's full video builds on all of these if you want to have a look at that. But anyway, PM models have all got them up on a special at the moment. So you say you grab yourself quite a bit of a bargain on all of those. All right, so grab them as quick as you can. Usual thing though, we've got the special offer section going on in there. We've got some nice bits of military equipment, as you say, some rotary or wheeled vehicles, I should say, down in there. So we've got things like, obviously, we've got the Jackal 1 and 2. We've got the Coyote as well. We've got Matt, because obviously it's part of his one that he did for the actual Wimmick Land Rover. And obviously we've got the long wheelbase Defender as well for the Wolf, and some other nice hobby ones with the gun truck and various things as well. So we've got all of these up on special, including the Phantom. So there we go. We have got it in the blue still available if you want to grab that one. And all of these other great kits right the way through, so you can find anything on those. We've also got in our new arrivals section, as we said before, We've got some of these great kits we spoke about, so we've got those up the top here we did as well, plus all the other ones that have come in recently as well, including the Phantom. So we got this one down in here as well, the one that I'm actually working on. So we do have both of those in stock. All right, so if you want to grab those, you can do as well. All right, so some great kits all the way up there. And last but not least, our ongoing mega sale, like DFS, still ongoing down in here. Some great kits, and say some more bits have been added, some bits have been removed from it. So if you fancy doing some Abrams stuff as well, like I'll be doing probably early next year, we've got those kits in there right the way through. These are 25% off. They're all brand new sealed kits. We're just having a little bit of a clear out of the actual warehouse as well. So if you want to grab any of those ones, we've got some nice stuff down in there. You can grab all of those. Pop over to the pmmodelsuk.com store, and you can go through all of those ones down in there. Plus the fact they've had a huge restocking this week of paint, tools, sundries, fillers and glues and all the other bits as well, as you might imagine that we actually stock down in there on there. And that's about it. So full on next week, get back at it, and then obviously we can get this hopefully together, get it into paint even. That would be nice if we can get it that far in, and then work our way right the way through. Don't forget the clocks do change this weekend. So we're falling back in time, which means dark evenings and things like that. So you can cheer yourself up with the Flory Models mug. So members, don't forget you can go off and grab that one now. I will link it down below, usual full details and things like that. As always on a Friday, I'm going to leave you with your great work from the gallery. So until next week, everybody, happy modelling. Take care.
I was not ready to falling like I'm wasted.